Hello Gemini, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 15th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all you Gemini people, I have changed my schedule due to popular request. A lot of folks have been asking me to have Friday availability, so I have switched my availability from Sunday through Thursday to Monday through Friday. So that'll be interesting. I haven't had a Monday through Friday work schedule in like 3 years, maybe more. So we shall see how this goes. Of course, if you ever do want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. You can follow the links below, and you can either schedule yourself through the self-scheduling system, or you can order a downloadable video file. That's how you do. So what's going on with your astrology this week? Well, Gemini, we do have a lot of good going on. It all starts towards the latter half of the week. The first half of the week is very, very quiet, which is good in and of itself. On Thursday, however, we do have the Sun in Taurus, in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, your hidden zone, forming a gorgeous connection to Chiron, currently in your 10th house of career, upward mobility, and the mark you make on the world. And something could be coming back from your past that could actually patch up a long-standing financial wound or a career blockage that may have been barring you from moving forward in this situation. And it's coming either through a person from your past, or maybe even recognition for an accomplishment that you've had in the past. Usually when we have the Sun and Chiron get together, though, it's an opportunity to close an outstanding issue in this area for good and make for a long-term breakthrough. On Friday, we've got Saturn, currently retrograde, in your 7th house of committed partnerships and your closest one-on-one relationships. Remember, that's your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, BFF, business partner, roommate, all the people you spend your closest one-on-one time with, forming a gorgeous connection to Uranus, currently in your 11th house of friendships and social networking. And you may be finding out that a friend and a partner are actually bonding really, really closely. You may be finding out that, funny enough, you're getting closer to your partner or closer to your friend because everyone in this situation is starting to gel and come together. You may find that maybe it's been hard for you to maybe integrate your lover in with, say, the rest of your social life, or you may be finding it's hard to to get love out of somebody you already have that social connection with. And luckily this gap is being bridged, either by a friend or by a lover. And it's interesting, it's always nice to see everyone getting along. It's nice to see everyone getting closer. It's nice to see, it not being so compartmentalized, it not being so boxed up, which can also still say a lot about the growth of the relationship and the friendships that you have. Everyone's getting along, moving together closely like family. So what is going on with your cards this week, Gemini? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Trickster, upright. And the Trickster is kind of an interesting card because it does show a need to pay attention to where there could be somebody in your midst who is trying to actively get you to maybe give them too much of an opportunity or too much chance and more so than they deserve. I'm getting the impression that somebody is trying to get you to believe that they've learned a lesson they have not. There could be a situation going on here where somebody is trying really, really hard to show you that they've changed in some way. I've had to say this message a lot lately, when it comes to the whole, faking it, people trying, walking a mile in another person's shoes and things like that. You can fake it till you make it when you're trying new things and getting somewhere good in life, but you cannot fake not having a problem if it's not solved. And that might be the issue we have to address with whoever this person or these people are. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the Magician card upright. And again, we've got really good news on the finance front because the Magician card upright puts you in a position to be celebrated, but also at the same time called upon for a special errand that only you can do. This could actually be a custom position or a change in a job classification that you already have or you're applying for that is more of a compatible custom fit. And yes, that does mean the pay is also going to be a lot better than you could have imagined. The nice thing about the Magician card upright is that, again, we talk about that custom fit. It's sort of asking for your specific specialization or where you specialize better than other people. You know, we're not talking about whether or not you fit a form anymore or a standard anymore. And again, this could be a way to, even if it's not a formal promotion, it is a way to actually customize the job to the ideal schedule, to the ideal pay scale, and to the ideal workload, based on the fact that somebody is trying to, instead of push you through a cookie cutter any further, they're trying to make their own cutter for you. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Six of Swords upright. So there might be an opportunity for some travel coming up here fairly soon for the Gemini people. In fact, the Six of Swords can often indicate a trip that you may be taking, that you may be going to meet a friend or a relative, or you may be organizing some kind of trip if you've been trying to you know, maybe get yourself in a situation where you're trying to plan a vacation, or you're trying to make a stop, or maybe you're already doing something else, but you've been trying to set up a date to meet with somebody. This is actually going to be good news. They're going to have that availability. It's all going to connect up here. The Six of Swords upright can also indicate news of a move, whether to you or from you, when it comes to a relative or a friend. There may be somebody actually making a move. Sometimes with the Six of Swords it can be a little somber because it can talk about somebody moving away. It could be good news for you if it's you who are trying to make a move of your own. However, there may be some talk about that regardless. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Knight of Cups upright. Not necessarily a bad card to get for a challenge. In fact, the Knight of Cups is one of the nicest cards you can get in terms of people. But the Knight of Cups can, you know, as a challenge can indicate perhaps somebody who's become a bit smothering. This can indicate love, affection, and all of those good little things coming from somebody. But when they're trying too hard, when, you know, they're getting too involved, they might not be getting the message that you're not comfortable with that, or you may be feeling like, again, they're trying so hard to help in a situation where they have no expertise. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're making things hard on you. You don't have to be hard on them. But the Knight of Cups is also saying that your challenge is understanding their intention versus what they're doing. You know, this is more of a challenge for you than for them. You can put up your boundaries. You can let them know, like, look, this is not a place for you. You know, sometimes, you know, our lover or a good friend is trying to help us out in a place they have no business being. Maybe trying to solve problems for us that they don't have the finesse for, or maybe accidentally just, you know, talk to the wrong people. The Knight of Cups is basically saying, you know, your challenge is going to be how do you keep this person close and feeling loved by you, while also steering them clear from this particular situation, whatever it is. For your emotions, excuse me, or did communications. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Three of Cups reversed. Interestingly enough, this week, again, there's a big focus on how do we blend and properly blend friends and love. Now, the Three of Cups reverse can indicate here that there may be something that we need to accept, that when it comes to friends or even family members and a crush and a lover, they're just never going to get along. And that's okay, you know, that's okay. They're not dating your family. They're not dating your friends. And it's kind of important to pay attention to where that's just not something that you need to force to happen. Now, we saw with the astrology that that's not everyone clear across the board, but the Three of Cups reversed may indicate a situation here where if you have been having a hard time accepting that as a reality, it's going to negatively impact both areas of your life, or all areas when it comes to friends, family, and love. So don't choose a lover based on whether or not they're popular with your friends. Your friends might not have good taste. If you don't pick sides or try to force a relative and a spouse to get along when their beef has nothing to do with you. This is a week where some of that may be coming out, but the best thing you can do is understand everyone's an adult in this situation, and if they truly want to be treated like an adult, they can solve their problems on their own. And you don't have to be treated like mommy or daddy Gemini, and the ones who respect you won't. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.